Cancel.
Schweezy.
So you could not live with your own failure. Where did that lead you? Back to me.
This is the type of guy you get.
All right, welcome to Ask Schweezy, where I give relationship advice. Now, folks, you're coming to me for relationship advice. You should know what the fuck is going on. It's time for me to solve the world's problems. And by solving the world's problems, Daddy is here to save the day. Now let's go into our first question. I have a guy in my band is crushing on me.
That's rough, buddy.
I play in a band, and other members of the band, member of my band is crushing pretty hard on me. When I first joined the band, we would text the odd message, but now he texts me all day. Most of the time, I'll just ignore it or give a thumbs up or a smiling face. Or if it's about music in the band, I'll talk about that. I didn't mind that much before, but recently he added me on Instagram, and I saw he's following about 700 porn pages. I don't think he realizes other people can see what he follows. Ever since then, he's completely creeped me out. I've also noticed that during rehearsal, he keeps staring at me. The thing is, I don't want to upset the dynamic of the band. I feel like if I say something to him about it, it'll make him upset, resentful of me, and it'll make band rehearsal even worse. Ditto if I speak to anyone else in the band about it. Is there any advice for how I can get him to stop texting me so much without actually confronting him about it? So you're wanting to look at the problem because you're not interested in this guy. So the idea is you don't want to confront him, but you also want to let him down easy. So it's the situation. It's why most people like to ghost people, where instead of actually telling someone like, hey, I'm not interested, they just like, maybe I'll just stop talking to them altogether. Maybe they'll get the point. It sounds like you do kind of do that. You do kind of ignore him, only really talk about band stuff. Only thing, I mean, if you get a boyfriend, that's going to change things. You can be like, well, I guess she's off the market. Now, and there's also a thing, though, in a band, like, you don't want to be dating each other. That's just a bad idea. In general, you're going to have a bad time.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's just a common factor. With anyone in a band, don't date your band members, and don't bring your girlfriend on tour, because that's just a recipe for a bad time. Now, if you eventually get married or whatever, and you have tour buses and shit like that, some things are different, but I don't know. It's still a touchy subject in that situation, so you never know what you're gonna get. But in this situation, he follows. Are you joking when he says 700 porn pages? 700 porn pages on Instagram. Are you talking about like porn stars? 'Cause I don't know if that. Apparently, that's the drawing line for you. So apparently, yeah. I'm also gonna break the ice for you. All guys look at porn, and if they don't, they're called liars.
This is the type of guy you get.
So yeah, it's weird that he follows 700. And that creeps you out. That's kind of weird to me, but basically, best thing you could do. You don't want to confront him, but if we're honest with people, then things get better. We become better as a society. My suggestion is, hey, I don't want to date anyone in the band. I'm not really interested. And if I guess you're going to have to wait till he actually comes out to you and shit like that. But you're going to be like, look, we're in a band together. I don't want to ruin the band's dynamic by that. I don't really want to date someone in the band. But then he might quit the band. And then maybe that'll make life a little bit easier. And then you'd be like, I still don't want to date you. At the same time,
that's rough, buddy.
At the same time, that's gonna be the best advice I really feel in regards to the situation you can do is be honest with him. You heard it here first, folks. Communication is the key to any relationship, and that includes the things you are petty with. Now, I'm one to talk. They say I'm free falling because I'm always petty. That's just
This is the type of guy you get.
So, that's gonna be what I have to say on that. Just, use communication. Use your words. Use your words, folks. If you use your words, things can get a little better. That's the way it is. All right, let's move on to the next one. My boyfriend asked if I would be okay with a polyamorous. What's a polycule?
That's rough, buddy.
I don't know what that is. I know what polyamorous is, relationship, and the immediate. Okay, so I'm going to read this again. I'm not going to put polycule in this. My boyfriend asked if I would be okay with a polyamorous relationship, and he immediately tried to date his ex. So this has been bothering me for some time. First, some important backstory. I've known my boyfriend for almost 5 years. Prior to us dating, he had been in a poly relationship with 2 to 3, can't quite remember, other guys, and it wasn't working out, especially with one of the people in that relationship who I'll call M. He would constantly complain to me about M and the things M would do that was causing the relationship to be dysfunctional. Because of that, despite the not really knowing M personally, I don't like them. Not sure if that's fair or not, but given the only information I had on this guy was negative, I thought it was fair. Flash forward, and my boyfriend and my BF broke up with M and the other people he was in a relationship with and started dating me shortly after. Words long distance at first with occasional visits, and he eventually moves in with me. He occasionally will float the idea of a poly relationship towards me, but I have my reservations, and it's because after living with him in just an open relationship, I've seen him seemingly get jealous when I interact with other people. Later he would say it's just joking, but I digress. I eventually say I would be okay trying a poly relationship should we find someone we both like, or maybe even something polycule, as long as we're communicating and 100% transparent. Not even 3 hours later, after he asked if he could start dating him again. Needless to say, I told him no, and that given their history and the fact that I don't like him because of that, he himself had told me about him, it was a horrible idea. He cries about it and then says that I'm right. He just thought maybe he could mend that relationship since now he has grown as a person. I stayed firm and told him that it was a bad idea and we moved past it. This was months ago, and it's still a big source of my anxiety / insecurity for me. I feel like he really tried to take advantage of my kindness there, but it could have been an honest mistake. I know this situation isn't exactly relatable, but what would you have done? I got a message on my phone. Anything happen? No, did I not get? I thought my phone vibrated. Was it telling me, you need to stand up, you fat piece of shit? No, it wasn't doing anything. Okay. So yeah, this is all my suspicions on anything poly related. It looks like he wanted to get back with an ex, but he didn't want to lose you. I don't think this guy's really poly. Every time I see, that's the thing. I talk shit about poly people, but like honestly, this is the problem with it. People just do shitty things, and they're like, well, I'm polyamorous, so what do you do? It's like justifying your zodiac sign and allowing that justifying your shitty actions. It doesn't. You know what fucking astrology is? Where the stars are. It says it has nothing to do with your personality or any of that shit. You can believe in it if you want to, but know that I kind of think you're stupid if you do believe in it. Well, I'm a Virgo, so what do you expect of me? I expect you to have an actual personality, not this shit. But I digress. Like they said in this message I got. 3 hours later, he's wanting to hook up with an ex. That's what it sounds like. That's what they're trying to do. He's wanting to hook up with someone, but like still keep you around. See, here's the thing. If you're not comfortable and especially in the situation though here, I'm saying that he doesn't like you dating other people, but he's okay with it. So he's a little selfish, and that's not cool at all. That's not cool for anyone. So it sounds like he's being stingy.
Come on, Mark, don't be stingy.
And he needs to realize that he's not really poly. He just wants to be a shitty person. That's the story with most people who are poly. And if you don't like it...
Pretty bold of you little fucks to assume that I'm not God.
Anyways, though, there's really not much I can say in regards to that. There's so much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back street? You never know if you don't go. Walk around, you never shine if you don't go. So people just don't be poly. Just either ride or die or don't. Okay, if you want to be poly, don't be like committed relationships. Just sleep around like a normal single person. Okay, you're messed up like me. Like, I'm not telling you I'm perfect. My mental health is perfect. If you've listened to 41 other episodes of this show, or even less, you could probably tell I'm not mentally healthy. But I can't imagine someone who wants to have multiple partners is healthy. It's just not. I don't know. I don't know how your brain does it. It's like, I want to have. Basically, it's like, I want to have sex with more than one person at once, and then you justify it by like, but we're in love. I'm like, you love one more person better. And I know, and then this is a controversial. It's like, everyone's like, I love all my kids the same. Like, you do love your kids the same, but you do have a favorite. I can't imagine you don't. Anyways, though, I digress. Let's get back into what you came to the show for, solving your relationship problems. Here we go. I like this one. Slept with my sister's friend and not sure what to do. I got divorced from my wife 10 years earlier this year. My sister is the only family I have anywhere nearby, and she is really close to my ex. My sister has a friend who is currently living with her while she is house hunting. Let's call her Sarah. I don't know her really well, but she's super gorgeous, really smart, and is very uplifting. This past Saturday, I spent the day with my sister, her husband, and Sarah, and went back to their house to drink. Sarah and I got pretty drunk. We were all playing games on the couch at one point, and I started rubbing her hair and scalp to kind of flirt. I'm pretty sure everyone saw me doing that because I was drinking. I decided to spend the night in the spare bedroom. I do this a couple times a year. Good. Don't drink and drive, people. It's called Uber. Just download the app. It's worth the money. After everyone went to bed, I decided to knock on Sarah's bedroom door. She said, "Come in." So I did. The lights were off and she was watching TV. I asked her if I can close to door and people need to learn how to write, and come hang out with her, and she said yes. So I did. I sat next to her, and 1 minute later, I kissed her, and one thing led to another, and we had sex.
And I really like that.
We have been texting a good bit since then, and I'm really enjoying the conversations. I talked to a friend about Sarah and said I need to stop. His reasoning is, 1, it's my sister's friend, and 2, she's 10 years younger than me. She's 25 and I'm 35. I'm really not sure what to do here. Should I cut it off? See where things go. So yeah, this is kind of an iffy situation because it's your sister's friend. Now, the sister's friend is a lot easier of a situation than most porno scenarios, because usually the sister gets involved too, and that's called a three-way. And for the man, he gets the belt. And if you don't know what the belt is, that's when you have a 2 women, 1 man three-way. Now, if someone's non-binary but has the vajayjay, does it count for the belt? I would like to. Now, to be woke though, probably not. It's a consideration thing. I'm not sure if we as a society are going to consider that towards the belt or not. Because the devil's three-way is different. Because that's 2 guys. But what if it's a man and a woman, and then you got a non-binary bowl cut, pink hair in the middle? What is that saying? If they have the vagina, do you still win the belt? These are scientific discoveries that I am researching for all of you, and I will figure out eventually, but it's not going to be today. Today, I have other things to do. Now, you slept with your sister's friend. Now, first of all,
And I really like that.
I think it's pretty cool that you did that. So, it's an iffy situation. I don't know who the situation is your sister. Now, let's go here. The 2 facts that your friend said, it's your sister's friend, and she's 10 years younger than you. She's 25, you're 35. That's, 10 years is a bit of a gap. However, it's not that bad. And honestly, when I was 25, I was hooking up with women. I've hooked up women way older than that, so I can't necessarily be the beacon of truth. But see, it's a weird thing with age gaps. Like a 10-year age gap, you hear, oh yeah, there's a 10-year difference between us. So you're like, okay, how old are you and how old are they? Because if it's like, well, she's 14 and I'm 24, I'm like, oh, we're out of here. That's not good. 25, 35, I don't think is that bad. Like out of college, out of high school, you're in your 30s. Now, I'm not saying, I say the farther the age gap, the weirder it can be, but this age gap I don't think is that bad. I don't think you should worry about this age gap because 25, 35. I'm just gonna say here that's not that bad of an age gap, and not just because I've had a worse one. But anyways, the sister's friend is gonna be the big thing. Now, what would your sister feel like if that happened? And if your sister found out? I don't know your sister. See, it sounds like you get along with her pretty well. She has a husband. Well, and yeah, I mean, it's a friend. I mean, the friend makes it a little bit easier. Like if my now I'm trying to think this on my end. If my brother ended up with one of my friends, first of all, I'd be making fun. I make the shit fun out of him. That fucking is hilarious. Like, this is the guy you end up with. One time, my brother almost like went for his master's at the college I was going to. We went to different colleges, and I was like, I really don't want him going here, mainly because I know there's one guy I know he'd immediately date, like at the school I went to. I'm like, both, you know, I like my brother, I like this guy, so I'm not talking shit on either of them, but it's one of the situations I don't want either of them to date, you know. It's just that type, because I have to be involved in that, and I don't want to be involved in that shit. But nevertheless, I persisted. So the issue is going to be, first of all, congratulations to you. Sounds like you hit it out of the park there, bud. And I don't, so we'll go here. And the age gap is not weird. And it's all going to be up to your sister. I feel like you're going to need the blessing from your sister. If you don't get that blessing, I don't think you should be continuing this. That's the situation I'm going to go. Sounds like your sister's cool, but yeah, it's going to be, you're going to need like your sister's like blessing in regards to that before you even go any further. That's the way when you want it the most. There's no easy way out. I really want to write a movie. That way I can pick a soundtrack out. Part action, part comedy. I know, opening, we're doing That's the Way It Is, fight scene. I think I mentioned this. I Want to Break Free by Queen. Mix some Schweezy songs in there. And yeah, that's it. I gotta go get something in my door. All right, so yeah, I finished that off. Let's go on to the next question. Should I get Tinder? I haven't really had a boyfriend since nearly 4 years. It was a really hard breakup, even though we didn't stay together for a long time. And I feel like I actually didn't really met someone that I really like since, or when I did, the other person didn't seem to feel the same way. I was now wondering about getting Tinder, but I know it's stupid. I feel like it will break something about how I perceive love, because we kind of all know why we are here. I feel like going in Tinder, I know you're not an English speaker, I can tell that immediately. Tinder is like going in a love market, etc., which makes me a bit sad, but at the same time, I want to meet new people. And I was wondering if someone ever felt like that, but still went on it. They have changed their minds. Okay, so I think I get the gist of what you're trying to say here. You know, I'm on all the dating apps. I'm going to say this here. A lot of people had a lot of success on dating apps, so I'm not saying it's a bad idea. Basically, for me, so I'm going to go with me. So a lot of people found success on it, and they could tell you why, if and why, or how they have found success on there. What I'll tell my perspective is I really can only judge someone on their like appearance, and I'm not necessarily about that because I don't know, like, because the idea of it for me, I'm like, okay, you swipe on someone you find attractive and maybe you like their bio. I don't like that though, because there's been like, you know, when you see, so there's a difference when you see a picture versus when you see someone in person, because women are always, you know, posting pictures like edited and shit like that. Like and I don't know, someone's personality is so much better in person than like on the app. So the apps are just, I mean, they work for people. It's very rare though. Like surprisingly, it's very rare. Like some people can make it work, and I don't think we should be shaming people. We've been on Tinder. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. So you just kind of have to go in there with realistic expectations. Like, look, you're going into it, you're seeing someone on there who's your only swiping with someone's appearance. You're not knowing their personality. You don't know if you're like attracted to them in real life versus like on a screen. Like we're doing love on a screen. And then we also realize that we treat dating now like online shopping, where we're like trying to look for the best deal. Like, what's the best option I have? And then like we actually take good people and don't go with them. Sometimes the more, and it's kind of, yeah, like I say, it's become like online shopping. You know, like you could buy a cheap thing, or you could spend a little bit more money up front and you have something that's going to last a little bit longer. And we treat everything like that. And if you don't understand that you want to pay more up front to get something that lasts a little bit longer, that's the thing. I've written many songs about it. My song Only One is about online dating on Ride or Die Volume 1, out now, wherever you stream your music at. But yeah, I don't know. So you can find success on there. People have. But honestly, are you able to, I know, and you're a woman? Yep. So I don't know, women, attraction is different for women. Like men can be like, oh, you're hot, you're hot, you're hot. But women attraction is different, I guess, because you like confidence and shit like that. And, yeah, like women do like confidence. And I'm going to tell you, that's why women keep dating narcissists, because narcissists are confident. And so I always suggest to women who are like, I don't know why I can't find a good man. Look, find a fucking loser that you don't think is ugly, and then boost their confidence. And then you're going to be in a really good relationship, ladies. It's not going to be me, though. I'm fine on my confidence. I know who I am, and I'm fine with who I am. It's taking a while to get there, but I've had to work on it. But yeah, I'm fine with who I am, and it's like one of those things like, oh, I need to lose weight. Do I want to lose weight to try to get pussy, or do I want to lose weight for myself? And like for me, it's like, if I want to lose weight, I'm going to lose weight for myself. I'm not going to lose it for anyone for any other reason. You just gotta like, you know what? This is not a body I like being in. I want to lose a couple pounds. I'm going to be more comfortable in my body. It's like that situation. So looks like everything crashed, but I'm back now, which is nothing to you because this is post-production editing. But I think I'm done talking about Tinder. Let's just move on to our next one. My friend asked me to send him pictures of my feet. How do I react to this? Fucking TJ Marr of Ghost Town Remedy doing his shit again. Him and me have been mostly online friends for about 3 months. We generally get along surprisingly well and have been spending a lot of time online together. So today he was pretty depressed and I tried to cheer him up and just texted him a lot, which seemed to help. But then he asked me if I would send him pictures of my feet. I was super weirded out by this and have since then avoided contact. I absolutely don't know what this means for me. Is tasking for feet pics usually something sexual? It feels pretty inappropriate and objectifying, but on the other hand, he's usually a pretty progressive and feminist dude, and it was just a question. I feel so weird and confused. How do I best deal with this? Oh.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Okay, how do I solve your problem? Well, you don't have to send him a picture of your feet. If you want to, make him pay for that shit. But yeah, I guess you haven't talked to him since then. That's how you ruin a friendship. If it's just a friendship, don't ask for pictures of feet. So he's kind of at the wrong here. But yeah, definitely is a sexual thing. Why men go out of their way to get pictures of women's feet is beyond me. That is beyond me. I don't even know. See, if I was going to pay money for anything like remotely sexual, I'd be paying for the actual sex. I don't want to pay for like pictures of shit or whatever. I'd rather pay for a hooker or whatever and then like have them just fucking, we go to town on each other. Have a good old time. But yeah, no, in regards to the feet pictures, I don't know if he really is objectifying you. See, I don't know. See, you can respect a woman, but still kind of want to jerk off and have sex with them. It's that kind of situation. Look, I have friends that are women that, look, I'm not going out of my way to try and have sex with them. That's just, like, that's the type of thing. However, though, if they offered, it'd be a definite yes for me. But I still want to respect them and make sure they're safe and shit like that. I don't want to be that guy. In this situation, like it's probably one of those like, hey, you know what would make me feel better? I want to see you naked. But he's also like, I respect you still. Like, you can respect someone and want to see someone naked. That's the situation I see here. Like, it, like, and that's why I kind of get annoyed with people like who really disrespect like porn industry actors. I'm like, there are people too, and you should still try to respect them as human beings and treat them like human beings. Like, a lot of times you see someone's in porn and you're just kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe they ruined their life by doing porn. I'm like, they didn't ruin their fucking life. They're doing a job that you partake in, basically. Like, everyone looks at porn, everyone looks at sex and shit like that, and it's like, oh, I can't believe you do that. I can't believe you would do that to your body and shit like that. Like, bitch, calm the fuck down. You look at porn, stop disrespecting the porn actresses and shit like that. And the guys too. Like, you hear a lot of them that are like, thank you for actually like respecting our jobs and shit like that. Like, you'll hear them say that shit. Like, I don't know, it gets kind of depressing, but you know, with porn, it's like, as long as they're safe and it's not like grooming and like that bad shit. You know the bad shit I'm talking about, but if it's like their choice, you know, they're in charge and shit like that, I mean, like, I don't know why we're having a problem with that. Anyways, though, if you're gonna send a picture of your feet, at least have them pay you money for it. That's, at the end of the day, have them pay money for that shit. All right, we got 2 more questions here. We're almost done, folks. I can't get a firm erection ever since I started feeling self-conscious about my private size. I was in a very sexual and toxic relationship for a couple of years ever since we broke up, and I haven't had a strong erection like I used to. I think it's partially because I secretly feel ashamed of the size of my privates, which makes me feel less confident in bed. From what I understand is that I'm not a bad lover, so I just want to be back to normal. Tried watching porn, and I hooked up with a girl, but to no avail. I think about this obsessively every day, and I need to move on with my life. Any help as to why this is happening and if there are solutions would be much appreciated. So, I'm not a doctor, but, you know, I'm going to pretend to be one right now. So, typically with erectile dysfunction, from what I know about erectile dysfunction, is that with guys, a lot of times, it can be a check engine light for just a man. Basically, that's it. Now, I take heavy antidepressants, so it can take me a little bit to get it up. But, so I kind of understand your situation, but my libido, I don't know. We're not the same, but I get you. I get you, buddy. So I'm not shaming you at all in regards to this situation. So it sounds like to me it's all mental in regards to your, to this thing that, so it's all like a mental thing. So you're going to have to work that out, either you by yourself or with a therapist or with drugs and alcohol, like I do. What you can do in the meantime, I would say, just get boner pills. Look, I don't know why we shame like Viagra and shit like that. Why do we shame that shit? It's like, you know, you're not a teenager anymore. Like, I'm almost in my 30s. Like, I'm not a kid anymore. I don't get like a brush of wind and then an erection comes my way. Like, it doesn't work like that anymore. Even like, we shame that shit for some reason. I don't know why we shame erectile dysfunction so much. Like, I mean, obviously, if it's happening for any reason, it feels like yours is psychological. But a lot of times, like, guys have it, go to a doctor, get some lab tests done, see if there's anything wrong. That's why I think if you actually do have erectile dysfunction, if not, you're probably just getting older or shit like that. You know, I mean, like, I'm happy to admit, like, yeah, mine's not as, it takes me a little bit of work for me. I take antidepressants, so like, it's not all rainbows for me, folks. And if it's not all rainbows for me, it definitely can't be all rainbows for you. That's not how life works. I'm more important than everyone in your life. So stop feeling actual shame. If you're ashamed of your penis, and honestly, buddy, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most women don't care about your penis size. I've been, you know, not to like bragging, like I have sex, but, you know, maybe here's a shout out to all the women out there. When you get with a guy, do it one girl did to me and it made me feel okay about my life. When you're getting ready for work and you're ready to go full throttle.
This is the type of guy you get.
Just be like, this'll be good. Man, this is great. just compliment the penis, okay? Just compliment the penis. Men are way too overreactive about their penis size, so. But at the end of the day, most women don't care. Some do. Those are the actual ones you want to stay away from because that means they've seen a lot. And father figure, but they all want sex. Before I start, yes, I'm in therapy and I also went to many therapists in my life, but nothing changed. Please read all. Thank you. I have daddy issues and I keep seeking a father figure. I also seek men who are older than me, around the age of 25 to 35, and I want them to be like a father to me. Cuddle, be caring, pat my head, watch movies with me, go shopping, have fun conversations, and more. I don't know why, but my mother or friends don't do it for me. It has to be a man who cares a lot about me. Take care of me when I don't feel good, cuddle me, and all that stuff. Problem is that they expect something sexual in return. Even the ones who were nice first suddenly asked for something sexual. When I said no to sex, they asked for a hand job or nudes. I don't want that. I just want a man who buys a big teddy bear for me, snuggle me, tell me that everything is fine, and take care of me. But they all just want sex. I don't want anything sexual with them. No, I need to give up to find a man like... Do I need to give up finding a man like this? And don't tell me not to look for a father figure.
That's rough, buddy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is worse than I thought it would be. Look, if you have father problems, a lot of people do, but you can't expect some random ass man to fill that void because the way you want him to treat you, I mean, like a father to a daughter, and in normal situations, fathers don't want to have sex with their daughters. What am I doing here? Am I having an existential crisis right now on this podcast? People, for real, you're getting these guys all riled up. Everything you're describing... This broke me more than I wanted it to. Okay, I'm going to say in this situation is that... Stop expecting another man to be your father. You only really have one. Maybe if you have a stepdad at the same time, but it doesn't look like you do have a father figure. You do have dad issues. Make sure your therapist knows about this. But yeah, I am going to tell you, stop looking for a father figure because you're too old for that. And any guy you're trying to make look for a father figure, I will be your father figure. Put your tiny hand in mine. I will be your preacher, teacher. Anything you can design. That's all I'm going to say here. Like, you're not going to get a father figure. You're just going to have to give up on that. And stop. And you're looking for men 25 to 35 and you're 20. Bro.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah, any person you want to do any of that shit with you is going to want to have sex. That's why foreplay exists. Because we use foreplay because you like it. Then we get to have sex, and we like it. That's how life works. It's a give and take. And we all respect each other, and we want each other to feel safe. And we're still doing our plan. I haven't talked about it in a while, but we do a weekly contest every week or a challenge. The No Sexual Assault Challenge. We do it every week. And every week, we don't sexually assault anyone. And I'm not. I hope you all are keeping up too, but I just want to remind ourselves of our No Sexual Assault Challenge, where we don't sexually assault anyone. And yeah, don't look for a father figure in another man because they're only going to want sex, and don't act surprised otherwise. Hey, thank you for checking out that highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Now, I hope your brain cells don't hurt. We got more highlights available now everywhere. We also got more full episodes as well. If you want to watch a full episode of Cancel Schweezy, available now, right here, right now, available now. If you liked everything, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified when new highlights and episodes come up. And leave a comment, like, and stay awesome.